Russell. Good kick. Nice lead. And
there you go.
Waite has got it.
Inside 50 for you, Matty.
Exactly. That's where he is like Hampson. You're not going to get that from him. Henderson's not really a proven goal kicker. He'll be good for 2 or 3 a match. But this guy is capable of kicking 4 or 5. Now, Wolsey wrote a column a few weeks back saying that he's got away with too much for too long. He's been a bit part player. I think he's good enough to kick your 50-plus goals as a key forward.
Averaging 2 goals a game this season. 12 matches, 24 goals. Another miss.
3 points to the Carlton advantage. Now Delidio at full back. Carlton have the full press on, full zone in place, so he's got to try and pick out a target, and he does. Cousins, that's what Tigers have got to do. Play on, take a chance, as Cousins does exactly that to Martin. He backtracks though. Asprey wide to Connors. Some flow in Richmond's game at the moment. It's very stop-start. Kicks it wide. Good kick. Nason.
That's it, Marcus!
And he's got it just backward of the wing. Ben Nason from Central Districts. His first year with the Tigers. Chips it towards the wing. It wasn't a great option though, it's got to be said. And over the boundary line. A 30-metre chip kick to a contest.
You're spot on though, Chriso. They've taken 24 marks in the game, and their kicking efficiency, while it's okay, it's just because it's short kicks. They've got to get back to taking the game on. It's where they improved as a side, and they're in trouble if they're going to continue to play just this chip style of game.
Judd off to Grigg. Long ball to a one-on-one. Delidio against Henderson, and there you go. So talking about Michael and Henderson, lets Delidio know all about it, but the height advantage paid handsome dividends there.
Well,
Exactly.
It's not a great matchup, is it?
No, it's not. You'd think that if they can work off him, it's a good matchup. But if Carlton and Richmond continue to chip the ball around, that'll work into Carlton's favour. And this guy should be looking at the matchup and thinking, I could be in for a big day if I can command and be strong in the one-on-one contest.
Now, after the spray, he'd want to kick the goal. Be very embarrassing if he misses this. That's right through.
The umpire speaking to Henderson, probably saying, yeah, you've taken the mark, no need for that. That's great. Pushing back on Delidio, far too big, far too strong, and just letting him know about it. But it's a good start for Henderson. He's got his hands to a couple of balls, and you just see now Delidio.
Been a free kick down here, boys.
You can't go up into his face like that. It's a free kick every time. It's misconduct. It's a free kick.
Well, a free kick before the ball has bounced to
Henderson.
And Chriso,
the Blues. Andy, what happened?
Andrew Carazzo's been trying to get on to Delidio, and there's been a ringy rosy thing going on, and Carazzo's been working Delidio over, and Delidio just got a little bit frustrated.
Oh, you got a free
gave away
kick
the
for that?
soft one.
I think the umpire said unsportsmanlike conduct.
Well, Henderson's got the footy 35 metres directly in front and misses.
In a perfect world, you'd say you've just got to let that one go, but you're not allowed any contact to the face.
He was just wiping a bit of sweat off. He was being a good Samaritan.
Maybe the umpire just need to say no need for that, Brett, but only a point. So Henderson, Carlton, 2 goals 5. They should be a lot further in front.
Lloydie, they're putting a lot of work into Delidio off the footy, with particularly Andrew Carazzo's being the agent provocateur there. So a lot of stuff going on behind the footy.
Connors kicks to the members' side. Jackson got crunched in that marking contest. Edwards is driven into the ground. Umpire said too high.
Shane, let him go. Behind your mark, Shane.
Free kick to Edwards. 7 scoring shots to 2 at the moment, but as Matthew Lloyd just said, they haven't been able to make them pay early, Carlton. Edwards, that's a good kick to Graham. He's got Tuck on. There's a poor handball to Tuck, put him right under the pump against Judd. Hicks fed it back out to Tuck, dispossessed again by Judd. Well done by the Blues skipper.
Just a classic example here where good set-up play by Richmond, and then the handball from Graham just from 5 metres. You've got to be better than that. And now Carlton are able to stop it. Form a stoppage. Hampson, Grigg, handball straight to Cousins. Now here's an opportunity as Newman runs from half back with a bounce. He kicks long towards full forward. Revolt being held. Fist from Jamison. Now Armfield tracks it back towards the line and over. Rushed behind to Richmond. Did enough there, Dennis Armfield.
Quick kick in, comes off, marked by Scotland, who's had a ripping year. Over the top to Gibbs. And he gives it off to Joseph. And now this is a good build-up by the Blues. Oh, Robinson just spilt the beans. Bad mistake, and allows Richmond back into the contest. Connors not sure what to do with it. Terrible handball to Nason, but fortunately for Nason, he got one in the back.
A bit crude there from Bryce Gibbs. He's tried to be aggressive, but no doubt that was in the back to Nason.
Nason gets things moving quickly. Post works his way to the front. Big fist came from Bauer. Here's Gibbs again. Back to Bauer, to Murphy, to Scotland. Ball was touched off the boot, so play on's the call. Waite gets dacked and penalised.
Jared Waite not happy. I don't know that he heard the call initially, and that's what he's probably complaining about. But umpire certainly called it, as you could hear. Oh, and Connors proceeds to kick straight into Waite. Gets another opportunity. Try to get it to Cousins, but Joseph in the way, and he's got the last laugh, Jared Waite, as he gathers from half back, kicks to half forward. Wasn't the best of kicks in front of Henderson. Boundary throw in half forward for the Blues.
I was just thinking of what I saw from Collingwood last night, and both of these sides are very lucky that they're not playing Collingwood today, because they'd be 50 points down. Because they scored 50 points against Essendon last night in that first quarter, and both these teams have been no better than Essendon were last night.
Through the legs of Murphy, and then dumped by Martin. Allard, dragged down by Martin. Good second effort. Back to Murphy. Into the pocket. Henderson and Deledio again. Ball to the back. Chance for Newman. Just needs to see it over. Oh, gee, hit the post hard, Chris Newman there. And Robinson just getting under the skin of a few Richmond players as they bring it out, and Nason can clear from half back.
I think the Tigers players thought they might have nudged Newman into the post, but that was broken up pretty quickly, and all of a sudden the ball's at half forward for the Tigers. Collins to a one-on-one. That's a better option. Post couldn't take the mark. Fall of the ball easily mopped up by Davies. He kicks to Gibbs. He's had a very good first quarter. And now Carlton Lincoln defence. Handball comes back to Murphy. Into the middle. There's Blues everywhere here. Carazzo off to Hadley. Chips. Betts. Got there, couldn't take the mark. 50 out from the Blues goal. Connors over the top. Betts has another go at it. Now it spills. Carazzo. Onto the right boot. That's a good vision. Very good vision. Didn't blaze away, and he's found a teammate in Robinson who can go back and have a shot. 45 out.
One positive you'd give for Carlton is that they are looking to run and carry, as we see Robinson there. That's fair enough. It was just a strong hip and shoulder, and that's when he plays his best football. But it's been 14 inside 50s to Carlton and just 8 to Richmond. So this is a goal. Scoreboard pressure, there is nothing better than it in football. And this is a goal after 2 goals, 6 behinds that Robinson really needs to kick.
10 goals, 3 this season for Mitch Robinson. Played a dozen games. Another wild kick. Just sneaked home for a point.
Certainly been wayward. 11 points the Carlton advantage, but certainly playing the much better football at the moment. Now Connors with the responsibility of bringing the ball back in for Richmond. Into the pocket. Gordis. Who's been around a long time with Richmond. Oh, gee, put himself under pressure and put Connors under pressure, who's had to scramble the kick only as far as Waite. Judd back to Waite. This is good from Carlton from 45. Kicks across the face. Mark taken by Moore. Now, dangerous handball in front of Asprey. Has to be good here. He's not. Murphy, Henderson, Allard, and